All right, we're going to finish up our study guide real quick. X squared minus 4x equals 7. I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides, put it in standard form. A is 1, B is -4, C is -7. X equals -b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. X equals 4 plus or minus the square root of 16. -4 times -7 is +28 all over 2. I can already tell my discriminant is going to be positive, so I'm going to have two solutions. 4 plus or minus the square root of 28, 38, 44 all over 2. Since this is not a square number, I'm very happy with this answer right here. Number 7, 3x squared plus 8x plus 2 equals 0 is already in standard form. A is 3, B is 8, C is 2. X equals -b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. X equals -8 plus or minus the square root of 64. -12 times 2 is -24 all over 6. -8 plus or minus the square root of 40 all over 6. Two solutions. I'm okay with this answer because this can't be simplified further. It actually can, but for our purposes that's a good enough answer for me. Okay, 3x squared minus 4x minus 2 is our last problem on the study guide. Equals 0. A is 3, B is -4, C is -2. X equals -4 plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. X equals +4 plus or minus the square root of 16. -12 times -2 is +24 all over 6. 4 plus or minus the square root of 40 all over 6. Nerd. Oh my gosh, it's the same, kind of the same as the last one, isn't it? Well, it was -8. Huh, crazy. That answer I'm okay with. I'm going to do a couple of your problems on your homework. Your homework, which looked like this. The discriminant, page 127. Find the number of solutions. Well, standard form. A is 1, B is 9, C is -36. The discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So I'm going to do 9 squared minus 4 times 1 times -36. 9 squared is 81, and that's -4 times -36 is +144. If I add those together, I get my discriminant, which is 225. It's a positive number, therefore I'll have two solutions, and that's all I needed to find out. All it says is find the number of solutions. Since my discriminant is positive, discriminant is the junk that goes under the radical in the quadratic formula. We have two solutions. Here's the quadratic formula. This part right here, under the radical, b squared minus 4ac, is called the discriminant. That determines if we're going to have two solutions, one solution, or no solutions. Okay, this is in standard form. There's no b term, so a is 25, b is 0, and c, the constant, is 4. So b squared minus 4ac is what's going to be under my radical. B squared would be 0 squared minus 4 times a times c. Minus 4, a is 25, and c is 4. 0 squared is 0. Negative 4 times 25 is negative 100, and negative 100 times 4 is negative 400. If I have 400 negatives and I combine it with nothing, I get 400 negatives. A negative number means I'm not going to have any solutions. I'm sorry, a negative discriminant. So this part would end up underneath my radical, and we're not going to be able to simplify that. So there's your answer. Thanks for coming.